This little thing can take on a Mercedes truck. That's what my friend in Munich said as he opened his garage and showed me a Hanseat three-wheeler truck. I wasn't convinced. A three-wheel truck built by the German company Tempo during the 1950s and 60s. And today we are going to spend some time sketching it. First, I made a pencil sketch. If you are not keen on drawing, you can download the sketch from the link below. You know, sketching a vintage car like this is quite different from sketching a modern car. At first, I was moving slowly, especially around the bonnet. The shape is unusual and I needed time to understand how the parts fit together. Once I got familiar with everything, started flowing more naturally. That is one thing I enjoy about sketching. Before you can draw something, you need to understand it. There are quite a few straight lines on this truck, and while they are usually easier to draw than curves, they still need attention. If one line goes slightly off, the whole structure can look strange. So I'm constantly checking proportions and trying to keep the subject's volume intact. As I am drawing, I'm also discovering little details. Just look at this window. Instead of glass, it has a roll-up canvas curtain. No electric windows, no air conditioning, just a simple piece of canvas. Small details like this tell you a lot about the time this vehicle comes from. I am still learning to draw circles properly, so I took my time with the wheels. There were a few mistakes, but that's a part of the process. With ink and wash, perfection isn't really the goal. What I enjoy most is that the time I finish a sketch, I know the subject much better than when I started. A photograph captures what looks like. Sketching helps you to understand it. For the final scene, I placed the truck on a Bavarian street of the 1960s. And somewhere along the way, I wasn't just drawing a vintage car anymore. I felt like I had traveled back in time for a little while. That is one of the reasons I enjoy sketching so much. Start sketching. Subscribe to this channel. Let us slow down a bit. Now the fun part, coloring. I decided to change the color of my friend's mini truck a bit. The original color was nice, but somehow I always associated deep cobalt blue with vintage items and childhood memories. I can't really explain why, but that's a color that comes to my mind. Before applying the blue, I put down a light wash of orange. Since orange is complementary to blue, it helps create softer and more interesting shadows later on. You will probably notice that as the coloring develops. Now I am slowly building up the cold blue layer after layer. This part needs a bit of patience because there are lots of curves, edges and little details to work around. The rest of the painting is really there to support the main object, the truck. A few muted colors for the luggage, a warm beige for the roof, and some soft grays for the shadows. I don't want anything competing with the truck for attention. A little shading underneath, and suddenly the whole scene starts to feel grounded. The Hanseat is ready for the road. Keep sketching. See you next time.